Do you know what is inside a secret multi-million-dollar JDM collection? We have just been handed the keys to a place that, until right now, has been a total secret. Behind this door is a multi-million-dollar collection of the rarest, most legendary JDM cars on the planet. I'm talking about homologation specials you've only read about in magazines, mythical icons that fetch seven-figure price tags, and the kind of automotive royalty that literally define Japanese performance. From a $1 million Toyota 2000 GT to the ghosts of the GTR dynasty, you are about to see it all. This isn't just a garage. It's a time capsule. A vault. Let's head inside. Wow. Just, wow. Okay, seriously, just take a second to let this sink in. Everywhere you look, there's another piece of JDM history. But there's one car in here that demands your attention first. It is, without a doubt, the genesis of the Japanese supercar, the 1967 Toyota 2000 GT. This isn't just a car, it's a work of art. When this thing dropped in the 1960s, it completely shattered the world's perception of what a Japanese car could be. It was a team effort between Toyota and Yamaha, and it was basically a signal to the whole world that Japan was here to play. With only 351 ever built, seeing one in the flesh is like finding a unicorn. It's famously called Japan's first true supercar. The curves, the proportions, the pop-up headlights, every single thing about it is perfect. Under this impossibly long hood is a 2-liter, twin-cam straight-six that was an absolute jewel for its time. Of course, most people know it from the James Bond film, You Only Live Twice, which made it a global legend. But its real legacy is its value. These have soared past the $1 million mark at auction, and one special example prepared by Carroll Shelby even sold for over $2.5 million. This isn't just the centerpiece of the collection, it's one of the most important Japanese cars ever made. Period. Okay, from Japan's first supercar, we move to the birth of its most famous monster, Godzilla. Long before the A32, A33, and A34 became household names, the family tree started right here. On my left, the legend that kicked it all off, the Hakajika Skyline GTR. In Japanese, Hako means box and Saka is short for skyline, and I mean, you can see why. Its sharp, angry lines were a total declaration of war. This car, with its screaming S20 engine, just dominated Japanese touring car racing. It was so successful it created a dynasty that Nissan would build on for decades. But then, there's this. The 1973 Skyline 2000 GT-R, better known as the Kenmari. If the Hakajika is rare, this thing is a ghost. It was launched right as the 1973 oil crisis and stricter emissions rules hit. Because of that terrible timing, Nissan only made 197 of them before they pulled the plug. That's one of the smallest production runs in Japanese history, and it's believed that only a tiny fraction of those survive today. Its nickname came from a famous marketing campaign with a young couple named Ken and Mary. To see one in this condition, with the iconic quad taillights that would define GTRs forever, it's just unbelievable. For a collector, this is the holy grail. Alright, let's talk about an engine that just screams Japanese innovation, the rotary. And this collection has two of the most important rotary cars ever. This is where the story began. The Mazda Cosmo Sport. Now, this wasn't the very first production car with a rotary, but it was the first to rock a twin-rotor Wankel engine. When it came out in '67, it looked like a spaceship that landed on Earth. It was Mazda's halo car, built to show off this wild new technology. They were basically hand-built at a rate of 1 per day, and their success in brutal endurance races, like the 84-hour Marathon de la Route at the Nürburgring, proved the rotary was reliable. With just over 1,500 made, the Cosmo is an incredibly rare and beautiful piece of engineering. And from where it started, we go to its ultimate form. The Mazda RX-7 Spirit R. For a lot of people, the third-gen FD RX-7 is the most beautiful Japanese car ever designed. But this isn't just any FD. This is the final, most perfect version, sold only in Japan. Just 1,154 Spirit R models were ever made, making it the most collectible RX-7 of them all. They got special treatment like lightweight Recaro seats, BBS wheels, and bigger brakes. This one, Type A, is the purest version, with a two-seat layout focused entirely on the driver. It's the absolute peak of Mazda's road-going rotary development. Okay, I gotta take a breath. We are surrounded by JDM perfection. If you're loving this peek inside what is basically car heaven, and you want to see more insane collections and exclusive stuff, do me a huge favor and hit that subscribe button right now. Ring the bell, too, so you don't miss what we've got coming. I promise you won't regret it. Alright, back to it. Some of the most desirable JDM cars are the ones built for a single purpose, to go racing. They're called homologation specials, when a company has to build and sell a certain number of road cars to make the race car legal. This collection has some of the absolute legends. This might look like a classic Datsun 240Z, but trust me, it is something way more special. This is a Nissan Fairlady Z432R. The name, 432, is a cheat sheet for its engine, 4 valves per cylinder, 3 carburetors, and 2 overhead camshafts. And what engine is that? The same legendary S20 from the Hikajika GTR. Nissan literally gave a Z car the heart of a GTR. But the R makes it even crazier. The Z432R was the hardcore, race-ready model. Nissan threw out everything that wasn't essential. They used thinner body panels, an FRP hood, and even acrylic windows just to save weight. It's estimated that only 30 to 50 of these R models were ever built, making it one of the rarest Z cars on the entire planet. One of these sold at auction for over $800,000, putting it right up there with the most expensive Japanese classics. This was a pure, unfiltered race car for the street. The cars we've seen so far really paved the way for Japan's modern era of supercars. And this collection is bookended by two of the most incredible machines to ever come out of the country. The original Honda NSX. In 1990, this car put every European supercar maker on notice. It gave you Ferrari-level performance but with Honda's bulletproof reliability and comfort. It was the world's first all-aluminum production car, and its chassis was fine-tuned with help from the one and only Ayrton Senna. The NSX proved a supercar could be your daily driver. Early, clean examples, especially the hardcore Type R models, have become massive collector's items. It's a design that's absolutely timeless and a true landmark car that changed the game. And now, the grand finale. A car that many argue is the single greatest road car Japan has ever produced. The Lexus LFA. Toyota spent more than a decade on this moonshot project, a no expense spared, obsessive quest for perfection. And the soul of this car is its 4.8-liter, naturally aspirated V10. It revs so fast that a normal analog tachometer couldn't keep up. They had to make it digital. And the sound, my god, the sound it makes is an absolute event. But this isn't just any LFA. This is the Nürburgring edition. Only 50 of these were ever made for customers out of the 500 total LFAs. It has more power, quicker shifts, and a giant fixed carbon fiber wing for insane downforce. These were built to own the Nürburgring, and they did, setting a production car lap record back in 2011. With auction prices recently hitting way over 1.6 million, the LFA Nürburgring edition isn't just a car, it's a modern masterpiece and one of the most valuable Japanese collector cars in the world. I'm honestly at a loss for words. Standing here, surrounded by this much history, this much passion and raw engineering, it's a powerful feeling. From the birth of the Japanese supercar in the 2000 GT, to the foundation of the GTR dynasty with the Hikajika and Kenmari, the rotary genius of Mazda, and the modern-day perfection of the LFA, this isn't just a bunch of cars. It's a perfectly curated museum of Japan's greatest hits. A massive, heartfelt thank you to the owner for giving us this exclusive, once-in-a-lifetime access. Walking among these legends is something I will never, ever forget. What was your favorite car in this absolutely jaw-dropping collection? Let me know down in the comments below. And if you haven't already, please subscribe for more incredible stories like this. Thanks for watching.